first, Belmont is a very, very good basketball team. You know, you have to give credit to their players and their staff. I mean, they're 13-0 in this league for a reason, and they don't give you a lot of margin for error, especially on the defensive end. But, you know, pretty much the game can be summed up in two numbers, and that's 42 points from the three and 19 second chance points, and that's what we gave them. They were 14 of 22 from three. Kylie Smith was 6 of 8. Darby Maggard was 8 for 10. And then we only gave them 12 offensive boards, but it seems like almost every single offensive board pretty much was a putback and a score. And, you know, you can't come out and dig yourself a 14-point hole against a team like Belmont. And I just thought in the first quarter, we did have a game plan, but it did not look like we had a game plan. Didn't execute it very well. We looked lost on defense the entire first quarter. You know, you take out the first quarter and we were only -5 for the game. But you got to play 4 quarters, and you know, that first quarter just was a killer for us.
Is there a thought as to why the game plan turned? Which meaning, was it more of them or more of what we worked?
Well, you know, obviously they make you pay every time you miss an assignment, but basically, Scott, we didn't execute our game plan. You know, we had planned to double the post, and we didn't double the post when we were supposed to, and we didn't communicate defensively. You know, especially the first quarter, we gave up some wide open looks in transition simply because we weren't sprinting back and talking and communicating and picking up, you know, their shooters. So it was just, now they made us pay every time we missed an assignment, but so I don't want to, in any way do I want to take anything away from Belmont, but we did not execute our game plan at all.
Offensively, what were you trying to do? It looks like they have such height that it's hard to do anything inside. Were you looking more to try to challenge that, or were you shooting more?
Well, you know, we wanted to get some isolation plays for Yaktavia, you know, which I thought we did in the second half. You know, we also wanted to go at some of their top players, you know, and I thought we did that with McCabe. You know, I thought Trayvon Brooks, you know, made some really nice moves in the paint and, you know, finished well around the basket today. You know, we got Sally in foul trouble, got her on the bench in the third quarter, and tried to make a little bit of a run. But every time we had already dug such a big hole at that point, every time we'd cut it to 10, we would give up a huge offensive board and a putback. And those are just backbreakers. You know, so I thought we executed a little bit better offensively in the third quarter, and got some of the things we were trying to get as far as isolations, whether it be with Shug or whether it be with Trey in the paint, and trying to go at their bigs, especially Sally, and trying to get her off the floor.
Tell me what you tell the girls. I know it's a disappointing loss, but 7-6, you're still in the 100.
Well, we've done enough work that we've put ourselves in a really solid position. So while this loss, we're obviously disappointed from this loss, and not necessarily the result. I'm just disappointed that we didn't compete better, because I think we are a much better basketball team than what we showed today, and especially with such a great crowd here and it being such a special day, you know, with our Play for K, Think Pink game. You know, it just disappointed that we didn't compete better today than what we did. But this last stretch, these last 2 weeks are vital and are crucial. And so there's still a lot of important basketball games to be played. We've put ourselves in a solid position, but we have to keep moving forward. You know, we can't sit and rest, because a lot is going to be worked out over the next 2 weeks, and it's going to go right down to the very last basketball game of the season for just about everybody in the league, with the exception of Belmont. And so I think we could, you know, we have the ability to finish anywhere as, you know, high, you know, in the top 2 or 3, to in the bottom part. But I think if this team plays to its capabilities, if our effort and our energy are there every night, and then we've also got to get execution. We can't just have effort and energy and then not execute on both ends of the floor. But I think if we do those three things, then we can beat anybody in this league. And when we don't, then anybody in this league can beat us.
Tell a little bit about how you thought you played tonight. Looked like you guys could just never get
as a team. So that's just something for us to fix. It's a process, and we look forward to having a different mindset for the next week and the next game.
It sounds like Coach is saying, look, let's put this behind us and we got to focus on what's ahead of us. What are you thinking the goals are kind of thinking? I mean, can we get over this loss and start heading down the rest of this stretch?
Yes, sir. This is one game, and we still have a few games left in the season before the tournament. And I know our girls will just come out and make sure that we get better every practice. Like I said, we have JSU next week, and we look forward to playing in that game.
I'll tell you this, Scott. There's nobody in that locker room that didn't want to win that game and that didn't think we could win that game. And so we have some disappointed young ladies right now, and we need to be, because I think we've shown great improvement over the last month and a half, and I think we are growing as a program. We're not where we want to be yet, and obviously, tonight showed us that we still have a lot of work to do, but we've also done a lot of good things, and we've got a chance to finish really, really strong. And while we're disappointed tonight, we're not discouraged. We've got a lot of things to look forward to, and I think the good thing about it is if we take care of our business, we can control our own destiny, so to speak, as far as seeing how this thing plays out in the end. And, we got to get to the tournament because, in order to play in March, you got to get to the tournament. And once we get to the tournament, anything can happen. So, this needs to hurt a little bit tonight. We need to be disappointed, but we got to come in on Monday and get back to work and learn from this and grow from this and move forward and get ready to go to Jacksonville on Saturday.